get an opportunity this week to go against Virginia Tech, who's doing a really good job. Got some real good players. Coach Pry's done a great job in his third season, already at 5 games. I know his first year, it's like 3 wins. Then he moved up to 7, and now already at 5. So he's done an amazing job. He's been a really good football coach for some years at Penn State as a D coordinator. Just different places that he's been throughout his career. I think went to East Stroudsburg, done a really good job there. So just as a player and all, and a coach, and he's a well-respected guy throughout the country. He has a real good quarterback in Drones. Running back Bayshaw Tootin is doing an amazing job, one of the better backs in the conference. On defense, APR is, how could you miss him? He's possibly one of the better defensive ends in the country. They got that corner, Delane, who does a really, really good job. Woodson, who's like a nickel rover. And I think they just do a real good job because their other running back, in my opinion, Thomas, is really good. So they got a lot of players. And then their receivers, I think they all complement each other. They do a real good job on the outside. I know 9 is huge. He can block. 83 does a good job. 12, the tight end does a real good job. They just got a real good football team. And I think their defense, they fly around. And that's just who Coach Pry has been for a long time. So we get a great opportunity to go against a great team coming to play us during our homecoming this week. So, it'll be it's going to be a nice – the dome will be packed this Saturday. It'll be pretty cool to see that 12 o'clock Saturday.
Fran, Saturday night you said that, or Thursday night you said that you thought OG was in a concussion protocol. Did you get that confirmed? He's playing for sure.
Yep, he's good to go.
And then what about Willis? I know you said sprained ankle. Is he?
Yeah, it was sprained pretty bad. Got other guys at running back, but I think Willis is a little hurt. We'll see how it goes though, because he's a tough kid, tough just background period. If he's anything like his pops, he'll be playing Saturday. But it can be tough though. Sometimes high ankle sprains and things of that nature linger a little bit longer.
Fran, you mentioned one of their talented defensive linemen. They have a number. They're probably going to try to put pressure on Kyle. What do you guys have to do better on offense to kind of combat it this week versus last week?
Last week, I think each week has its own differences and things of that nature. So we just want to be able to handle when they do try to put pressure on Kyle. Being able to just make the throws. Hopefully, we don't got the same amount that just falls in the wrong way. I think there was an interception where a guy was literally laying on the ground and the ball fell in his hands. So there's different things that happen. I think it's, is it Murphy's Law? What can go wrong will go wrong, or something like that. What can go wrong will go wrong. I think that's Murphy's Law. If so, and then I think that's what it is. So it's just kind of that happened that way Saturday. So outside of that, we're just gonna go play football though. I'm not into giving you none of our secrets of what we're going to do, but we want to play ball. We don't want the same thing to happen again. I think our quarterback is really good, and it was just it was an off night. It was an off night for our football program, for the entire team, starting with the head football coach. So, but we'll be excited about Saturday. We get a chance to go play against a great football team coming to our house.
Coach, what led to the decision to play Marlo this past week, and how much does his influence on the field matter now to this team now that he's back to playing?
Repeat the beginning of that again.
What led to your decision and the coaching decision to have Marlo play this week?
He looked good on Thursday, like during the practice later in the afternoon, and then he worked out again Friday. He went running and stuff like that, and he was able to cut a little bit. So it was like, okay, let's play Marlo. The kid's ready to play. He wants to play. He's an NFL player. And why would you not want that kind of talent on the football field?
Fran, I know Kyle had a game to forget last week. I know it's early in the week, but how have you seen him kind of respond?
We good. That was over. We hung out Sunday. When was the Saturday? Saturday. The week was so weird because you played Thursday. We all hung out on Saturday night, watched a little bit of ball. And we flushed it yesterday, though. Went through everything, saw the doctor, kind of looked at the things, and we're moving on to try and get our team where we're supposed to be at. And I think he's a good leader, so he's flushed it already. So we're moving on.
Coach, not to dwell on it, but I was curious. There was like a moment during halftime during the Pitt game where you went over to Kyle and kind of gave him a hug and whispered something to him. Mm-hmm. What are some of the words that you gave to him in that moment and just like during a difficult game or a difficult time?
I just said the ball not bouncing your way. Just say, I'm riding with you, and should we together? I love you. Let's lock in. We're gonna go through it together. Whatever happens, the rest of the time it happens. But I just literally, I told him that. Got your back. We here for it. So It was weird. I mean, just the way things were going. I mean, the ball bounced off of one of our players' helmets, hit one of their players' helmets. We go to break it down. Guys laying on the ground, just different things. But compliments to them. I feel like they did a really good job. They had a great plan for us. So hat goes off to those guys, and I'm very thankful that we had the opportunity of being able to see where, some things that we need to fix. So just Coach Narduzzi and his staff did a great job. But for me, I'm trying to, honestly, I just want to go play Virginia Tech, but, I mean, I can't really change anything that happened. You could just learn. I'll never accept the loss, but I want to learn from the loss. I know I brushed my teeth. I'm not sure why that fly keeps coming. But we ready to move on, though. Yeah, ready to move on.
Fran, you mentioned a couple times it was an off night for everyone the other night, including yourself. I'm just curious what lessons you took as a head coach, a first-year head coach, from a loss like that.
Just from a loss like that, I just understood that sometimes things don't always go your way, and you have to go in there and you have to analyze what happened throughout the week, what I may have done as a football coach that probably wasn't the same way, and just different things of looking at it. Did I focus on us enough? Being able to focus on yourself, because most of the time you're your own biggest enemy. So just being able to focus on us more and being able to do that way, and just understanding what we were going into, understanding that they were a good football team, but I always put it on me first and just try to fix all the things that I may have done throughout the week that I would be able to change, so not to put our team in that same situation again.
Coach, on Thursday night you said about having confidence in your defense to make stops. What is it like having Coach Robinson in your corner, and how does that kind of add to that confidence to scheme up an offense each week and to kind of take down those offenses?
I mean, I'm confident in our offense and our defense. It's just confident that they have the right game plan and that we go throughout the week. You're confident because the players practice the way they should practice on a daily basis. So being able to focus on each day, when guys are practicing the way they should practice on a daily basis, then you get more and more confidence. I think confidence comes from preparation. It just doesn't come because it's Coach Robinson. It comes because Elijah Clark and all the secondary flies around and covers the way they're supposed to, because the defensive line gets to the quarterback the way they're supposed to. It's not just because of Coach Robinson. It does give me a sense of relief, understanding and knowing that he and I share a lot of similarities when it comes to our mindset on defense and the rest of the defensive staff. But I think the confidence comes from preparation, and I feel like our players over the last few weeks have been preparing a lot better than they were preparing early on, because there's still a process. We're still building the program, so it takes time. We just want to be able to continue to repeat. Last year we got a chance to be bowl eligible and continue to do that and move on and go into, like I told you guys, we want to win a championship here. This isn't a place where we want to just have it, so we got to prepare at a championship level every week and being able to do that. And I feel the last few weeks our defense has started to prep into that, and being able to do that, and that helps us a lot.
Hey, Coach. November is a month the program has really struggled in over the last few years. What's sort of different about this team that has them primed to be successful?
I don't know. I wasn't here last November, so I'm just focused on this November. And I wish that if you say we struggled last November, I don't want to struggle this November. But really, I'm trying to focus on today to give us a good opportunity to go out and be able to compete against Virginia Tech this weekend. I'm not really focused on the entire month. I'm just focused on today, so then that way we can have a better opportunity of being ready on November the 2nd in the Dome.
Fran, after the Stanford game, the team did a really nice job rallying behind this idea of, everything we want is still on the table. I know the message has to be a little bit different now.
No, it's the same message. I don't know why will it make you think it was going to be different. Everything we want still is on the table.
You think a champion?
I just think that you just got to go handle your own business and worry about yourself, and then other things play the part. I think our conference is a really competitive conference. I feel as though that just things happen week to week. So what we got to do is focus on us, and then whatever is going to come to play at the end of the year, it'll come to play at the end of the year. But, we're still playing for a lot of things. We still have seniors on our football team that want to go out the right way. We still want to play in a conference championship. There's a lot of things that we still are looking forward to. But all we really can control is Monday, and we're just trying to practice our butts off today and just being able to focus on that and not try to pay attention to people that think there isn't anything still out there to play for when you're a senior in college. Some of our guys have 30 days left of football, and we want to continue to do well so we can continue to add another week and another week and another week and another week, and not fall into the mindset of the weak-minded people that think there's nothing else to play for when we're all blessed to have today. No.
Coach LeQuinton had just a carry on the ground this week.
Say that again?
Coach LeQuinton had just over 2 yards of carry on the ground this week. What can you guys do in the trenches to establish that run game?
We got to be able to run the ball better. He's too good of a running back to have those amount of yards, and he needs more carries. And we got to do a better job up front. We got to be tougher up front to allow him to get loose, and then he'll get to the second level and either run somebody over or make a miss. But we got to do a better job for that kid because he's an NFL player. He'll be playing in the NFL, and we need to be able to showcase that he can do that. Everyone can see he can catch really well. He can run the ball well. He's strong. He's intelligent. He can pick up blocks on third down. I mean, there's not anything in his game that he can't do. So we just got to give him some little creases so that way he's able to hit them and allow him to go out and showcase his talent.
Coach, after a month on the road, capping off with a kind of a tough loss in Pittsburgh, what does it mean to you, and how much does it impact kind of your routine, your program, to be able to have a Saturday noon game at home in front of the fans?
I mean, it's always cool to come back home. I'm just thankful to be able to play football wherever you play at, no matter where it is. For the most part, what we wanted to do was to make everywhere that we went to play, in those 3 weeks that we had off, try to make them our home, and being able to go there and do that and try to empty the stands quarter by quarter by quarter. And unfortunately, we didn't do that this past weekend. But we're excited to always play ball, but there's no place like the Dome. So it's not like being able to come home and have everyone there, especially as homecoming. So you'll get a lot of alum and former grads to come back. So it's always good to be able to play in front of them, friends, family, faculty, staff, just everybody, the community itself. So, I'm very thankful to have the opportunity to do that and to be able to do it early on Saturday. So then that way, the rest of the day, you get to still go and relax and watch other teams play.
Fran, the other night you said Marlo wasn't at 100% when he played. Where's he kind of at now, percentage-wise?
I'm
in
not
this
sure.
week?
Some of the questions y'all ask me is like, he's at 87. I don't really know that, but he's getting better. I don't think any football player in the country right now is at 100% if they really play football the right way. So I wouldn't say he's at 100%, but he's going to be better than he was last week because he's tough, and so it'll help us a little bit more. I can't tell you the actual percentage of where he is, but I can say that I'm praying that he's a little better than he was last week and he doesn't get worse. He was a little sore after the game, but he was good to go. He's a tough kid, so he'll be fine. Just going to keep pushing.
What were some of the conversations around, obviously, returning him to the lineup, but Justin had been playing linebacker as well, and sorting through all of that and where everyone was going to play?
Justin still played.
Yeah, I know. He still played, and he played linebacker, so, just the conversations of, did you consider moving him back to safety or anything else? Or?
No, I think Justin's an NFL linebacker, and I wanted to play him in a position where he'll go and play and be able to make himself a bunch of money afterwards. I think we're a better team with Justin being that linebacker and Marlo and all those other guys. So we're thinking about it now, talking and doing different things. But I just thought it would be best to keep him there and not go and switch Derek and try to put him back at will now. And then it would just been a lot of switching when Marlo been paying attention. You could just fill Marlo back in and then you'd be able to go. So, and then we were still able to have all three of those guys on the field at the same time. So, you're a better football team when you got all those guys playing.
Coach, what has Emanuel Roston done to stand out in that group of wide receivers to get on the field? He gets healthy, he gets right back out there and makes a big catch against Pittsburgh. What are kind of the skills that he brings to that group?
I think he's a really talented football player. He catches the ball well. He's intelligent. He's a faith-driven kid. He's really smart. He's really, really smart. And, we can all see that he has a great skill set when it comes to playing receiver. The moment he understands that, he's just going to have to play through a little bit of pain. I think the sky's the limit for him, I call him Tease. That's my guy. I'll be calling him Tease. I say you're one of the best players around and being able to do this, but I don't know how available you're going to be. The best ability is availability. And then, but he's dynamic. So when he's out there on the field and he gets right, and he's able to do some things. He can't even run, really. The kid is still fighting through some injuries. He's playing with a toe and Achilles. and he's still able to do the things that he's doing. So he's a tough kid. But I just tell him, like, we need him to fight through it. You know, we need you out there. It'll help us more that he's on the football field, and also with Justice Ross. You know, I think both of the Rosses, we need them both to step up. You know, and I've told him that. I said that yesterday to him in the meetings, that we need both of you guys to come be who you're supposed to be now. And said the pressure's on them now. I said it to the media, so you guys tell both of the Rosses that we need them to step up. It's important that they come and play some ball for us.
You talked about keeping Justin Barron at linebacker. What are some of the qualities that you see in him that make him an NFL linebacker?
I just think he's a good backer. He's 6'3.5", 225 pounds. That's usually what they look like when they play linebacker, and he's athletic. He can do some things, but he could still go to safety. I didn't completely tell you that I was going to not move him back. I was just saying that it was best fit for that week because you didn't want to move everybody, and all you had to do was move Marlo back. But he's just a very, very versatile football player, and he's an intelligent player. So when you have a guy like that can do a lot of things, sometimes you want more speed in the box, guys that can move, and he's big enough to tackle, and then it helps us be a faster football team. You know, I always look to have a fast team, faster guys on the field, and you don't want to slow yourself down, you know, by taking him out, putting another linebacker in that might not be as fast as him, moving him back to safety/nickel, and then putting him in a position where he might not be as fast as a guy that's already playing. You kind of slow your team down, where I like to speed the team up, you know. And you'll see that in years to come, and in the next couple weeks, of how, you know, you'll just see different guys on the field that can really run, and they're becoming a little bit more mature, and it's their time to play as we're starting to build. And now they've been in school, some since June, some since January, and now it's time to start to put those guys on the football field so guys can see some of the talent out of the young guys that we have also that will be able to contribute and help us continue to try and reach our goals. Thanks.